Best way to implement the snatch, to teach the snatch, is to start with the clean, everything from the ground up. So from a dead clean position, the bell sits in between your feet, right around your arches or your ankle bones. Okay, hips go back, drop your hand. From here, one swift movement up to the shoulder for the clean. So it's inhale, exhale, drop, inhale, exhale, drop. Everybody can do this together to keep everybody engaged. Inhale, exhale, drop. You essentially would do 5 on either side, okay? Then talk about the movement more, understanding, telling them that they, if they're cleaning properly without the banging of the forearm from the floor, it has to transition to the swing portion of it. So if you were to implement the swing side of it, it would be the same movement, but now you're using your hips and creating momentum to make it easier instead of bringing it from the floor, all right? One cue that I like to say is, from here you drop the belt and push it in between your legs. So it's drop, then push, zip it up. Drop, then push, zip it up. That helps with the casting of the bell. So in the rack position, you want to drop the bell and push it back instead of casting it and following through past the legs, okay? And then from there, like always, you always want to keep the bell above the knees on any exercise that you're doing any type of swinging motion. So from here, you would drop and push, zip it up, drop and push, zip it up, okay? So that's the clean. The same exact thing goes for the snatches, and I always like to teach the clean first because it's easier to get it to the shoulder before overhead. So after you go over the clean with everybody at the same time, then you implement the snatch the same exact way. Start with the bell in between your feet, right where your arches are or your ankles. Push your hips back and one swift motion, zip it up overhead. I like to lower from the shoulder, put it back on the floor, zip it up, lower, floor, zip. The majority of clients will be able to get this correctly, perfect form, no banging of the forearm. The bell swoops around the hand nice and gently. So just like the clean, you have to have them implement that the same exact way as the swing. I always say, instead of swinging out, you swing close. So if your dead snatch looks like this, your swing snatch should look the same, all right? Most common mistakes, people stop the bell in between their legs and they don't load their hips enough. I always like to say is reach that arm back as far as you possibly can, aim for the opposite butt cheek, all right? So from the floor, bell sits in between your legs, hips go back, nice and loaded. From here, one swift motion right up overhead, lower to the floor, unclean it to the floor, and repeat. You would have everybody do this about 5 on each arm. Then you discuss, well, if you can do this properly now, when you implement the swing, nothing changes except for you create momentum. All right, so from here, you hike, snatch, hike, snatch, hike, snatch. Now the scariest thing is bring it from the top down. So if they feel more comfortable, lower to the floor, unclean it, snatch, lower, unclean, snatch. Okay? Common mistakes from the top is that people lead with the arm or lead with the upper body instead of the arm. So they want to go forward first at the hips and then bring the arm first or bring the arm second. It's always drop the arm first and then lead with the hips. Okay? So instead of this, we want this. All right, so that is my easiest way to implement and teach the snatch from the floor up, because without momentum, people have no choice but to go travel the shortest distance possible, keeping it straight close to the body, because nobody has the strength to keep it here and bring it out with a straight arm, okay? You just gotta embed this into people. So during the 5-minute warm-up, have them, or you would walk around and just cue people differently to help them with their transition of the snatch. All right?